Hey guys, welcome back to Spanky's at Home. Come on out in the shop. We're gonna get to work today. And I got a feeling if you watch this video, you're gonna see something go wrong. Because the video has already been recorded, so I know for sure you're gonna see something go wrong. Anyway, come on out, help me clean this mess up. Hey guys, welcome back to Spanky's Hot Rods and Customs at Home. So today we're going to open up a box that we got in from Billet Specialties. This is not sponsored or anything like that. Paid for this with my own good money. And this is the Tru Trac front runner that we're going to put on the 61 409 6-speed Impala. That's a mouthful right there, buddy. And it's going to be a handful when it's on the road. We're going to unpackage this today. We're going to sort it all out and see what they sent us. Used to be a distributor for Billet Specialties for many years. They have a program for shops and resellers like myself back in the day, and unfortunately I lost it because they tend to want you to buy around $50,000 a year, and if you fall off the wagon and you don't buy that much, they kick you out, which they should. It keeps all the guys from selling parts in their underwear from the kitchen table and not really having a brick and mortar building. I did have a brick and mortar building and I sold a lot of stuff, but the billet phase kind of fell off a little bit and the profit kind of went down a little bit, and you kind of got to go wherever you're doing the best. And reselling parts just wasn't doing it for me as much as it used to. So I didn't push it as hard, and you get out of something what you put in it. So I wasn't getting much out of it because I wasn't putting much in it, and I kind of lost the deal. But I've got a lot of friends in the industry. Made a phone call to one of them. Thank you, Boris, for hooking me up. Pretty much got my original deal that I had with them. He made a little bit of money. I saved a little bit of money. So Street Machinery up in Ohio, if you guys are looking for any kind of Billet Specialties parts, give Boris a call up there. I'll try to see if I can put a link or website or something like that in the description. But anyway, let's unbox this and let's see what kind of jewelry we got for the 061 409. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I bought cars cheaper than this cost, but I'm telling you, it's the details that make the car. So if you got to save up just a little bit to buy something special that you have in mind for your car, save up. There's no rush on when your car should be done. I know you want to drive it. Another good point would be go ahead and build your car and add stuff like this to it later. In this case, it needs to be added now because everything under the hood is hidden and it's been a long-term project anyway, and it's a high-end project, so there's no sense cutting corners now. So with that said, here it sits. It looks like about a 3-week job. Now we're gonna try to get it done today. I've got a massive headache. I'm not gonna promise you that I'm gonna get it all done today, but I'm gonna give it my shot. Give it my best shot. So anyway, let's see what all this stuff looks like when the instructions come out. A lot of time has been put into each and every one of those parts. All right, now I've put a few of these kits on before, but this is one time that it pays to read the instructions. Make sure that you've got everything that they sent you so you're not gonna get halfway through. It does come with a checklist of whoever packed the order. So it shows on here that everything should be in the box. Now I have a good relationship with Billet Specialties, not to give them a hard time about kicking me off as a dealer, but I totally understand the program, and most every company that you're going to sign up with has a program like that. You're going to do a buy-in with the company, and with Billet Specialties, I believe it was like a $30,000 buy-in that I did with them at the time, meaning you've got to buy that much merchandise up front to show them that you're committed to become a dealer. And, you know, and I hung with them for many, many years. As a matter of fact, if y'all have seen the 58 Nomad, the black and green car, I built that. It was a SEMA car back in 2011, maybe. And it was on the front cover of many, many magazines and features and stuff, but it was on the front cover of the Billet Specialties catalog that year. And I was honored for them to, you know, ask for that car to be on their catalog. So anyway, may throw a clip of that in here real quick and show you what that car looked like. And anyway, let's get these instructions open and let's see where they want us to start first. All right, so I guess the easiest thing to do is go ahead and remove a few of these pieces that haven't been painted yet. This is the 61 Impala in the engine bay. The motor has been painted a copper accent, flat paint, flat clear. All of the panels and everything in here are handmade. And a couple of things that we need to do. We need to remove this water pump because you have to use their water pump because it'll be spinning it backwards. So we need to remove this water pump, which has never been installed, and get all these hoses out of the way and make sure that we've got room to put this thing in. A couple other little things. I need to clean up a few of the little burrs inside where the water pump goes. 409s, 348s, you know, sometimes they have a tendency to run hot. This is a very high horsepower motor that's been freshened up, or not freshened up, been built to go in front of that 6-speed trimming. So it's going to need all the cooling it can get. So cleaning this up inside here is going to help. And then let's put this system on. Yeah. Ought to be fun. Ought to be fun. All right, seems like everybody in the neighborhood's out cutting grass. First thing we got to do is chase all of these holes where I painted the block so that these stainless steel studs won't get in here and snap. All right, one more of these to go for the water pump, and we'll get this surface clean right there, and we'll get a gasket put on it. Forward there for a minute, but now it's time to install the bridge plate, which is a pretty cool piece. Well guys, this hadn't done much for my headache today. Well, I like to say that I'm glad we're almost to the end, but just knowing that I've got issues, it's not that happy of a day, but it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, so we'll get through this as well. It's always one step forward, 3 steps back, and that's the case today with the Tru Trac system from Billet Specialties. running into an issue because of this power steering pump is hitting the power steering box. This time I asked for somebody at Billet Specialties that I knew, and they were super nice, unaware of any kind of issues with it on this car and that gearbox or steering box. But they were quick to tell me that in the footnotes it showed that another company makes a smaller version of the same box that I've got for tighter clearance problems. I'm gonna get some measurements on that today and see where that carries me. I'm not gonna send this stuff back. I'm gonna make it work. It's a custom car and that's what I do. What is that that's why they pay me the big bucks? Is that what they say? But anyway, I just wanted to bring you up to speed. Let me show you what it looks like so far and show you where my issues are. Well, other than the issue with the power steering pump, I'm closing in on victory here. Just a few more little pieces to put on. So as you can see, I've just got the steering box right there, mocked up in there. It's not been painted or final assembly or anything like that. Most all this stuff is just mocked up in there. Center, that hole right there, that big hole, 3-inch hole, 2-inch hole in that bracket is where this pump goes. And you can see how far away I am. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep plugging away at this and put it together, and then we'll deal with the steering box later. Some of you may think this is overkill or a little bit too glamorous, but it's all about attention to detail. And this is where form meets function. Anytime, if any of you guys that ever try to dress out a motor on the front end and you're trying to mess with all of your brackets and lining this up and lining that up, and gosh, it's a mess. When you do this, everything's all in line. It's all compacted in a nice manner. And that's where the function comes, the form and the function comes together. So guys, tell me what you think. So I've got to, from this point, I've got to get me some intake bolts. I've got to polish and paint the valve covers or make a set of valve covers. You know me, I like making stuff. So, and a few other little details. All about the details. And that's what this is. Now we'll get the radiator back in, we'll take some measurements, and get an electric fan kit ordered. Well guys, as always, thanks for stopping by Spanky's at Home. You were a big help. I'm sorry I always have to put you guys to work when you show up, but that's what you're there for. You're there to help me. So together we got this installed. Together we found a problem. Now together we need to work through it. So if you have any suggestions on your end on what I can do for a steering box, let me know. Somebody out there has already ran into this problem on a 61 bubble top and y'all fixed it. So if you see anything, hear anything, let me know, please. This kind of jam is a story of my life when it comes to building custom cars. Restoration, take it apart, clean it up, paint it, and put it back together. Custom hot rods, everything is touched different. As you can see by all the tin work that I've done under the hood, the custom firewall, the windshield wipers that are hidden under the dash. Yeah, it's difficult, and that's just all part of this game, and that's why they pay me the big bucks, so to say. That's what they always say anyway. Hey, don't forget to stop by Spanky's Hot Rods and Customs, or Spanky'sHotRods.com. We've got shirts in all sizes and all colors. Grab one of them things. Remember, if I see you at a show with that shirt on, you're either getting a new shirt or you're getting your money back. Guaranteed. Just don't come as a busload, because you'll break old Spanky's pocketbook kind of bad there. But anyway, as always, If you're through watching, head on over to the website, watch a few more videos. Most of all, get out in the garage and go build something. See you in the next episode.